Girl, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, do you know this? What? Oh my God.
Oh my God, Shani Lavely and Nicole. Shani Lavely and Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the stream, the vibe is full. Shani Lavely and Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and voice. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shani Lavely and Nicole, you know. Oh yeah, it's Shani Lavely and Nicole. Oh yeah, it's Shani Lavely and Nicole. Everywhere, it's Shani Lavely and Nicole. Oh yeah, grown talk vibes, the moment is here.
Thank you for tuning in.
Don't ignore the signs. If there are red flags, you pay attention to them. Your discernment is there for a reason. It's there to protect you. When you see something and you notice something, don't be manipulated by what they convince you out of. Pay close attention to it. The Bible tells you that you can judge a tree by the fruit that it bears. Even science tells us that you can determine the function of something by its structure. How is this person's life structured? What type of fruit are they producing? Don't stay in a situation that you know is not good for you. When it's time to walk away, it's time to walk away.
When it start getting difficult for no reason, it's time to go. What happens is there are very specific lessons to learn. You don't have to learn the same lesson 5 times. You don't even have to learn the same lesson twice. These are typically red flags and intuitive nudges that people are ignoring because they want to continue receiving the crumbs that feel like love. They want to continue feeling those small spaces that feel like love. They may only get it once a week, but to a person that is love deprived, that feels like enough. So people have to start acknowledging when enough is enough. These are very, very clear opportunities to acknowledge we've come as far as we can go. I'm not getting anything else from this. This seems like it's more turmoil than it is love. It feels like I'm putting out more than I'm receiving, because love is transactional. It just is what it is. But when it gets to a place to where it's not healthy, it's not hard to identify when a relationship is unhealthy. But when you continue to stick it out, you continue to keep trying, you're not listening to when your intuition is saying you've gone as far as you can go, the relationship will get even more painful. It'll become even more difficult to deal with certain situations. And it's because you've overstayed your welcome. And so people have to start getting in contact with their intuitive muscle to be able to hear when their spirit says, get your ass on.
Hey, girlfriend.
Girlfriend,
How are you on this fabulous Thursday?
I'm good. Happy Thursday. We got the vibe going on and everything.
Thursday. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Facebook family, friends, everybody watching on YouTube. How are y'all doing out there? Let us know in the comments how you feeling today. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hey, Eric. How you doing?
Eric.
I'm so thank you, Eric. Thank you so much. We always appreciate the love, y'all.
Yes, thank you so much for loving on us and everything. Yes. All right, well, let's get into it, y'all. Welcome to Unfiltered at 5 with Shelly Live and Leah Nicole. And our topic today is when to cut them off. Red flags we ignore. So how many times have you said to yourself, I should have cut them off way sooner? You saw the signs, your gut, it screamed, and your friends warned you, but you stayed. Why do we ignore the red flags? Waving in our face like it's a damn parade. Today we are calling it all out. The lies, the manipulation, the excuses, the trauma bonding, and the patterns we keep repeating. And y'all have heard us say this before. Ain't nothing new. This episode is your wake-up call. No more settling, no more excuses. And let's talk about when to cut them off in the red flags we can't keep ignoring. Okay.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. How you doing, love?
Wow.
All right. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Red flags, red flags. You know, are red flags the same for everyone, or do they depend on your history? How we feeling about that right there?
I think red flags are just red flags, right?
Right.
Like we see them, we get in relationships, we already know when they're toxic a little bit, you know, we know.
We do.
And we feel it. You know, you can feel when something isn't moving right. And
we have it's called women's intuition in our gut and everything. So we definitely can feel it. But sometimes we just see what we want to see, and we like to look past things because, you know, hey, we don't want to recognize those red flags right away. We want to see what we want to see. We want who we want and everything. And then sometimes it comes back and ends up biting us in the butt.
Correct. How many times have you been in something or starting something, or you might have went on a date and it's a flag that flagged you? Like, name one. That's something you might have been sitting with somebody and you was like, no.
Oh, absolutely. So yes, I was on a date one time with someone, and I told him, I said, "You're gonna meet me at the restaurant. You meet me at the restaurant." So I got there first. I am waiting on this man. I'm waiting on this man after we plan on to get there. At a certain time, I said, you know, date started at 8. So I'm waiting. You know, a whole 30 minutes, an hour passed by. I'm like, he got me waiting. So I was getting ready to leave. I was getting ready to leave. Wow. But then, as I was leaving, he comes up. So then I'm like, I couldn't leave anymore. I'm like, you're late. And then so I said, okay, I guess I'll stay. Whatever. So I stayed and everything. And this fool I guess he was out already partying. He was drunk. He getting ready to throw up in the middle of the damn restaurant.
Why?
I guess because he was drunk. Or not. I guess he was drunk or he had too much to drink. He was getting ready to throw up in the damn.
He was drunk on the date?
He didn't seem drunk. Like, he was talking fine and everything. And then just all of a sudden, when he was talking and then he just getting ready to throw up, I said, what the hell wrong with you?
No way.
And then I was like, I was so embarrassed, and I was like, yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Juan.
I never saw him again after that. I'll tell you that.
That's embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Maybe he ate something and it didn't agree with him. No.
He told me he had a few drinks. So yes, it is me that is on the podcast. Juan, you asked.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot. Red flags, though. You know, you could go out with someone and you could be sitting there with them and they start doing stuff that's a little weird, and you just kind of brush it off, like maybe it's what you call it, like nerves, or maybe they had anxiety and they're trying to, you know, settle in or feel you out, or that kind of stuff, or they fidgeted with their phone, you know, they fidgeted too much with the phone flipped all upside down, and then I'm telling you, that's crazy.
Hey, Milan, how you doing?
Y'all, everybody, thank y'all for coming in every day.
Thank you so much.
Lovely women.
We see a lot of our same friends out there that keep on supporting us. Keep on coming with it, y'all. We love y'all.
Y'all are doing the damn thing. Thank y'all.
Yes, y'all understand the assignment every time, I tell you.
Okay, so let me ask, what is a financial red flag that can ruin a relationship?
A financial red flag that can ruin a relationship. Yeah. When I gotta pay all of a man's bills, I think that's a financial red flag.
Oh my God, that'd be awful anyway, wouldn't it?
Right. I gotta pay all of it.
Is something wrong with him? Like, it's different if, like, you know, if your guy is down, and got some like health issues or something going on, then yeah, I get it. But I'm talking about, you're dating somebody, boom, here come this thing. They need you to financially hold them down, like,
right.
And they're capable of working a job. That's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, that'd be a lot though. Like just to hold a whole grown man down. That's weird.
I think that's a lot. But some we got some men. There are some men out there that are like that. They want you to take care. They want you to take care of them. They want you to hold everything down and think that they don't have to do nothing but lay up on the couch while you work and stuff like that. There are some men that are like that.
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
That's very interesting.
Let's see. Do you think that we sometimes confuse preferences with red flags?
Maybe, but for the most part, no. Because you know, it's like you said, when deep down when something is right and when something is not right. You have a gut feeling. You know, it's just we women, we have our intuition, and sometimes we like to ignore it, but we have our intuition. And like you said, if you know something ain't right, you pretty much know when something is not right. Like, you know, when a man only want to talk to you between certain hours and everything, you know that ain't right. You know, if you ain't never been to that, you know, if you guys have been dating for a while and you know, he got every excuse in a book to why he can't come to your house, you know that ain't right. To why you can't come to his house, you know that's not right. Aaron said, men that want women to take care of them are absolute losers.
I mean, that's kind of, I'm not trying to be funny, but that's kind of weird, you know, like, like I said, I can see if you have been in a relationship with somebody and you've been in there for a long time, the person gets sick or something happens, life happens, right? And it's you're supposed to stand by the person. But when you're just dating somebody and then, like, you know, out the blue, no, it's a no. It's definitely.
I've had a friend. I had a friend. I was like, so one of my good friends, she was considering dating someone, and they were just dating. They weren't in. He didn't take her out on no date yet. They were talking. They were trying to get to know one another. And he asked her to buy his groceries for the week.
See, Leah, you about to make me.
I'm so serious. He asked her to pay for. He said to pay for his groceries. I was like, girl,
you're kidding me.
That had me dying. I was like, girl. I'm dead serious.
I don't know.
Valon said, a woman that is broke, busted, and disgusted and asking me to help them get a phone, etc. I have met these kinds of ladies. Yeah, you have some ladies. Yeah. You do have some ladies that think that they feel entitled to think that they're supposed to, you know, ask and everything. But, you know, like my mom always told me, you be a woman, you need to have your you know, we do need to have our own ladies as well. It shouldn't just be you shouldn't just expect for a man to take care of you and for a man to just, you know, it's nice when a man gives you money and showers you with gifts, of course, but you shouldn't just expect a man to take care of you. You need to have your own as well.
But would that Valon, like, would that be a red flag for you? Like, if you meet a woman, and there's some women, they think they're very entitled. So when you meet a woman and she just comes off as needy, like, you know, she needs you to do this, you come over their house, they're laying their bills on the table, you know, they're telling you to bring their kids food when you're coming over, or is that like red flags that men would look in and say, like, that's a red flag, like that's something that happens? Yeah, that's a lot. You know,
Aaron said the Bible says that a man is the protector and provider. Yes, I do agree with that. In a relationship, the man should cover his woman. Yes, I do agree with that. I do agree that the man should definitely be a protector and a provider and everything. Not saying that, you know, you shouldn't pull your weight and do your part and help out as well. But yes, I do feel that a man should be a protector and provider. And Valon said, yes, it is a red flag.
Yeah, that's you know, that's a little different, you know. It's a lot of them, and it's both sides. It's women and men. That, you know, women have their red flags, and men have their red flags as well.
Absolutely.
Have you ever ignored a red flag in the beginning?
Oh, yes, I have, and I shouldn't have ignored. I've ignored a red flag when I shouldn't have ignored a red flag. So my ex, my ex who I was in a relationship with for a few years and everything, I saw some red flags. He was jealous.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like it when I talked to other men. And then, at first, you're thinking, okay, it'll pass, it'll pass, it'll pass. I thought, okay, it'll pass. It's kind of cute that he's jealous. But no, that turned into something serious real quick. And I shouldn't have ignored and everything. When you continuously doing something as a pattern and everything, and then, it gets serious, then
Mm-hmm.
so it was jealous. And then, he was clingy. I couldn't go anywhere,
Right.
with my friends and everything. It was always, he had to be all up underneath me and stuff like that. All the things that I did before I met him is like I could no longer do. So
what made you think it was cute though? Like you said cute. Why do you think it's cute?
I guess like in the beginning, like if he, in the beginning, and then, he would he would kind of like be a little jokey with it, the way how he kind of was with it. I'm like, okay, don't be jealous. But then, like down the line, this is, I learned this is who you are. You are a jealous.
It's almost like a mom, a
Mm-hmm.
mother, and they have a child. And when the child is like 1 or 2, the child says a curse word because it's learned the behavior of the mother or the father and the foundation, and they're cursing all the time. And then when the child does it, the mother goes, "Oh, it's cute. It's really cute," until the child gets older and the child is now, saying F you to you.
Right.
And so patterns of behaviors are learned. So it's the
Yes,
same
they are.
thing when you're dealing with somebody in a relationship status. If you're with somebody and they do something that makes you uncomfortable, awkward feeling, we do as women tend to say, "Oh, that he probably didn't mean it that way," or
Right.
he probably wouldn't have wigged out. It's almost like you standing in a room with a man, and one day he's calm, and all of a sudden you hear him screaming, and you're
Right.
like, "Okay, I didn't hear him do that before."
Right.
And then you go, "Oh, he was just mad at that moment," but maybe that's really who he is in that
Right.
moment.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's exactly what you said, which is why you shouldn't ignore certain stuff. Which is why you shouldn't ignore certain stuff in the beginning, especially when a man is being violent and
Doing
degrading and doing stuff like that.
you have to really pay attention
You
to
do.
what you're attracting.
Exactly.
You have
You
to.
do. Micaiah said a lot of guys are intimidated when a woman don't need them. Absolutely. Yes, they are. And I agree. Oh my God, you hit the nail on the head with that one, girl.
Or then
They are.
you have men that have, you might run into men that have money, and then they think they're entitled to behave.
Oh yes.
Like because they have this power or they have this thing, it makes their behaviors okay for them to act a certain type of way. And that's a crock of shit too.
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is. So what kept you in a situation even though you knew it wasn't right?
Well, I can speak of the movie Singing for Freedom. When I first started dating the guy that the movie is in regards to, it was a lot of things. It was a lot of signs. It was a lot of things. Now, I was young. I started dating him when I was like 18, 17, 18. I was like right out of school. It was like I was young. So having someone that had like that, to me, it was like you said, it was like this power. It was like, oh, he's dominant. He has, he moves a certain type of way. His energy was a certain type of way. There was things from day one that I noticed, but being young, it was more like, okay, maybe that ain't really maybe that ain't really who he is. Maybe he ain't that bad, and then other things jumped out. And he was one of those people. He was real jealous, always mad. I couldn't, walk in a room looking no kind of way. I couldn't move too fast, too soon. It was things that led up to him being who he was. But in the beginning, he was nurturing, caring, loving, nice, every like a month, once in a month, something will jump out. And I'd be like, well, maybe it's not that bad. But what he did do to get me where he had the control was he moved me out. So I moved out of my mom's house. And when I moved out of my mom's house, now here comes the control. Here comes, I don't want you going out no more. I don't want you doing this no more. Now I'm meeting the boss. I say you meet the employer, and then boom, here comes this boss guy that I'm like, well, where did he come from? And there comes the rest of the behaviors that go with him.
Right.
So I saw a whole lot of things, but friends and people saying, girl, you got everything. Girl, you that man, you don't have to do nothing. When you're young, it's money, it was power. It was like, being on the shoulder of somebody that had so much power, like, let me ride the wave. But riding the wave cost me 7 years of hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And thank God I'm not, I came out pretty damn sane.
Right.
So, yeah.
I think being young does play a big factor in it too. Just being young, because that's how it was with me. I was of course younger back then when all that stuff was happening and everything. So definitely being young, not having a lot of experience with men and everything, and how men are, and then like you said, dating a man of power, and like you say, he moved you out. You think we think we grown, we think we know everything, and then we end up running off and ignoring our parents, what they're telling us and everything, and then we find ourselves in situations where we should have never ever gotten ourselves into
in the first place. And it's just like, people feel like, and women, and I can speak from a domestic violence standpoint, the first time a man hits you, right? He hits you. And you make all the reasons why he did it. In your mind, you're like, well, he did it. He really didn't mean it. Maybe I provoked it. Maybe I did this. And you start convincing yourself in your head that it's okay. So even like the movie Singing for Freedom, the first hit was the first hit. The first hit broke my jaw. But in my mind, I was like, maybe I did something wrong to make him so angry. To the point where maybe I could have did it better. So now I'm revamping me to fit him. So I'm shrinking myself to fit into all his flags, so to speak. So there's things that you have to really look at yourself and say, that ain't it. That really ain't it for me.
Right.
And like I said, thank God I was able to get out and come out whole.
Right.
I was broken and I was real damaged when I left. I'm talking about damage beyond words. And and what I kept doing was repeating the cycle. I kept jumping, just hopping to dominate, controlling men until I got to a place in my life where I'm just like, this controlling stuff is a little stifling. It's a little too much for me. So
I can definitely relate to that. I was in a domestic violence situation myself and everything. Yes, I can definitely. I was doing all of that. I was making excuses. I was lying. And when I say I was lying, people would ask me, they would, people weren't blind. They would see the marks and stuff on me. How you get that? Like, I remember one time I was at work and this man punched me so hard and made 2 gashes. I remember 2 gashes on my arm. Oh, it hurt. It hurt so bad. People was asking me about it. I was lying. I was making up excuses, but they weren't blind.
You learn how to cover stuff.
You do learn how to cover stuff.
I remember one night, Freddie Jackson sang at the club, right? And Freddie Jackson wanted all these red roses, honey. He wanted all these red roses to throw out into the audience. And I remember just popping off at the mouth that day. And I was just like, and I was opening that day, to sing that night for him coming up.
Right.
And this man wanted all these goddamn roses. And I remember just popping off saying, I don't feel like going to get no roses. It's like, I don't feel like I want to get no roses right now.
Right.
And when I say the hit was so hard, how somebody punch you where it ring?
Right.
Like the hit was so hard and so fast that it was just like the ringing in my, the resignation. It was just, it rang.
Right.
And then I just remember my eye, going black. And I just remember all the time sitting down, like, covering up marks and covering up things and making the behavior okay, the flags again. And then a part of me, like, it took me 7 years to leave. It took me 7 years to look at myself and say, I'm not going out of my mind, but I really am going out of my mind.
Right.
And I went across the country. I moved to Guyana following this crazy man, you know. But
Wow.
when I
Oh,
got there was when I saw my life. It's like you see your life in a flash. And it's like, this is real bad. This is
Right.
real bad, and let me get out of it. So those kind of flags that we see and we think it's it's okay. He didn't mean it. Oh, he was just acting. No, these things are real. These things are real.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it really can cost you your life and everything when you're dealing with the type of situation like that. It can cost you your life and everything. So that's why we say, and we have said, you really gotta love yourself first. You really have to love yourself. You really have to value yourself and everything and stuff like that. And before you
can really just you have to love who you are.
You have to love who you are. You do. And Valon said, keep your hands to yourself, fellas, unless you're caressing her, cuddling. Any aggressive behavior is prohibited. Women are precious. Amen, Valon. Let them know. Let them know.
You live and you learn. You
live and you learn and everything. And so what I was getting ready to ask you, did anyone warn you before? Anyone warned you before? Or
his actual first wife. His first wife. Crazy enough, his wife's sister was one of my best friends.
Oh wow.
And she would always say, he's real jealous. He gets really jealous, and he beats my sister. And I was like, in my mind, I was young. I was like, well, he ain't gonna hit me. It ain't gonna happen. He ain't gonna do it. Like, because I had a cocky mentality back then, it took me a lot to get to where I am now. My attitude was terrible back then. It was kind of like, I don't give a shit. That was kind of like how I ran, how I really was back then. It was kind of like, because you got to realize I came up in a time where there was nothing but boss people around me, and I was in the streets. You see what I'm saying? I was in these streets. Like when people knew me from back then, and they try to tell me my life from back then, I don't want nobody to remind me of where I came from. I want you to see where I'm going. So I had to remove a lot of people from back then out of my space because it was a constant reminder of what I was trying to get away from.
Right.
It's when you sitting down, and I remember sitting in a club one night and just looking at my life, and it was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Right.
That's really how my life turned around for me, just trying to change my walk of life. It was kind of like, I don't want to do this no more, man. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of being in these streets. I'm tired of and I was into a lot of shit. I would never let anybody air my story for me because my story was bad. I was that girl who was fucked up. That's what it was.
Right.
And a man to me was just like, you pay for some shit. That's kind of how my mind was back then. It wasn't about let me love you, let me like you. Domino was the first guy that I actually loved. When I was like, I love this, I love him. And I knew I did because all the shit that I was going through, I couldn't leave. It was like, I can't leave him. He's broken. I can't leave him. I can fix him. Maybe I can do something different. I can make him whole, or I can make him feel. But it wasn't that. You see what I'm saying? I was running from something, and he was probably running from something too.
Right. Yeah. I get it completely. I get it. And Aaron said, my heart is upset to know that some sorry MF hurt you two beautiful queens. I apologize, and I'm in my feelings. Thank you so much, Aaron. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Love is not painful. Yeah. And keep your hands to yourself. Like I told you, I keep forgetting. My mom was telling me, she was saying to me, love does not hurt. It does not hurt.
It doesn't hurt you.
It doesn't hurt. I didn't listen. But when I look back at things, and if I could do certain things over again, then hey, I would. But I lived, I've learned, and I have moved, and like I said, I'm healing. I'm continuing to heal. I'm a work in progress every day. We're a work in progress every day, and we gotta move on. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do.
When you stop allowing the world to make you be uncomfortable with who you are, that's when you feel a joy in your life. When you start telling yourself it ain't about these men, it ain't about what they drive, it ain't about what they got, it ain't about when you really put in your head it's just about me and my movement, the tunes change a little bit because I realize what do I need a man for what? To comfort, to bring me comfort, right?
Right.
I need a man for. So when I start saying to myself, I need a man for, or got to be there. Either you're adding to my table and making my table so much better,
right,
or you're gonna bring me a headache.
Right.
I ain't willing to have the headache.
I
don't
know
want.
right.
I don't want the headache no more. So if you're not bringing me some kind of peace, I'm laughing, we giggling, falling on the floor. What else is there? You see what I'm saying? If I'm not getting that energy from you, then I don't need the energy.
And I don't need you. Yeah. What are you in my?
What do you?
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I can cry by myself.
Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather be lonely and happy than in something that
and be sad.
Than be sad and something that serves me no purpose. Like what are we doing here? Stuff like that. So yeah, love is definitely not supposed to hurt.
So let me ask you, what little red flag is the hardest to ignore? Constant jealousy, bad tempers, or being secretive?
Which one is the hardest to ignore?
Yeah.
I would say, you said jealousy, you said
jealousy,
bad
temper,
tempers,
or being secretive.
Being secretive.
Yeah, secretive.
I feel like being secretive is something now. I feel like being secretive is something that we ignore. We know when somebody is being sneaky and being secretive, and then we choose to ignore it. And Aaron said all of the above. Yeah, all of them are, but
but if you had to pick one, which
I'll say being secretive because people. I mean, some people are just really good. Like you said it the other day, people are really good at hiding things. Like the girl from the other day hit a whole wife from wife.
He hit a whole woman.
He hit a whole woman from her. That's what I'm saying.
He hit the wife.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. That's what I said. That is crazy. You never know. And Valon said, yes, we are all under construction. At the end of the day, ladies, like y'all are precious queens, like yourselves. Thank you so much, Valon.
Thank you
so much.
When you it's I was listening to Fantasia today talk about when she met her husband, and I posted it on my story and I posted it on my wall because it was so moving. It's so moving because you hear me often speak about I'm on this spiritual journey. I'm on this spiritual thing that I'm on right now, and I'm kind of doing Michelle. I'm doing Shelly. I'm doing me. Everything's about me. You know what I'm saying? Like about my growth, my development, my healing, my wholeness, what makes me happy, what makes me not happy. So, and I understand what she says when she was saying, I took time for me. And in the path of taking time for me, I met my husband. She said when she met the man, she knew it was her husband. She said, that's my boyfriend already, and I already know it. I think that's how life really works. I think you come across.
I do too.
And one day you be sitting somewhere and be like, that's him right there. And I feel like for my husband or my guy, I'm going to know it's him. I'm going to know. I think it's going to be something I'm going to be like, that's him. And I know it's him.
Yeah, you're gonna get this feeling that you just never had before with anybody you ever previously. You're gonna feel it. You get this feeling and everything. You're gonna know when it's when that's your person and everything.
And I think that God's gonna bring him to me. I think I'm gonna walk right slap into him. There's gonna be like, that's him. And don't get me wrong, I'm surrounded by great guys. I don't I have a lot of guy friends and they cool and they everything, but I don't look at them like that. But then every once in a while there's somebody that just pops out and you be like, damn, like you're a little different. You're a little different. I laugh, I'm laughing. So I look for that. It's like a thing. And I'm not looking for anyone. I'm just saying, I feel like I'm going to know when he gets here. Like I'm going to know when he's arrived.
Right. I feel you. Yes, absolutely. We definitely, like I said, when that's your person and you just know. And it's going to be beautiful and amazing. All right. So
do you think ignoring therapy is a red flag?
Ignoring therapy is a red
Like if you
flag.
dating someone and
Mhm.
you're going through all kinds of turmoil and they don't want to take no
Mhm.
therapy, you think that's a red flag for a guy? If he's like, I don't
They
want to
don't
do
want
that.
to take no therapy.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm dating someone and they don't want to get therapy and everything, then I'm probably, and I see that you got some issues and everything that you need to get together, I'm probably not gonna go forward with continuing to date you and everything, because you haven't got, because I see you got some things that you need to work out within yourself, and
Right.
I don't need to be with you on that journey. That's a journey that you need to be taken care of by yourself. I think that's the problem that people make. We try to heal other people. We try to heal other people and stuff like that. They got things that they need to work out within themselves. They need to be by themselves and everything. But you're so busy trying to, you see what you want and everything, and hey, and like you said, you ignore. So I think that's where I'm at with that question. Because if I see you got some things that you need to work out, and I know I'm not supposed to be with you, then yeah, that's a green light. I need to go ahead and move on.
To move on, because anybody should be able to. I think for a person that's wanting to be a better person, if you say, hey, let's get therapy, I think they'd be down with it if they really see the problem within themselves or within you. You see what I'm saying? It's even like a woman, or when we might know that we have things that are not good things about us. Sometimes we have some shitty things that we might have, that we might need to say, hey. And I don't think nothing's wrong with therapy. Like, I don't think
Right.
therapy is
I
like,
don't think anything is. Yeah,
I feel like
it's
bad.
not
I'm not
right.
crazy. It's not you crazy. It's just you might
Yeah.
need a little help. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Some people think therapy, like something is wrong. You think something is wrong with me, but no, that's not. Yeah, it's not. That's absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Right. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. But also, when it comes to family, like, how do you deal with toxic family members, and is cutting off family okay for you?
Is cutting off family okay? Is that like a red flag question?
Yeah, it is. It's like you dealing, because like we're talking like not just with men, like it's like men, it could be family, and yeah, it's saying how do you deal with toxic family members, and it's cutting off when it comes to friends, family, and boundaries.
Well, I think with anything, I think it's all the same. I think when you have people that are toxic or red
Mhm.
flags and behaviors, I think it's okay. It's not that you walk away from a place of hate. You walk away from
Right,
love. You just say, you know what? I've loved you this far.
right,
I have a lot of family members that I don't talk to. You
right.
know, I have aunts that I don't talk to. I have
Mhm.
uncles that I don't talk to. You see what I'm saying? And it's hurtful. I don't love them any less. I love them just as much. Because like the
Right,
Bible says, I can't, how can I ask for grace and mercy if I can't even love the people around me? I love you. I just love you from
right.
afar. That's all.
I was
So
about to say. That. That is exactly how I was. I couldn't have said it better myself, because I feel the same way. I have family members who I love. We don't.
mm,
I don't talk to, but I'm at a point in my life where I'm not letting anyone disrupt my peace, whether that be men, family, friends. I'm setting boundaries. So I love you, but I just
mm,
know I gotta love you from a distance now, because I can't
right.
let you come in my life and bring turmoil and chaos and stuff like that. So yeah. And Sharon said, please pray that my kitty comes home. Oh, I hope your kitty comes home, Sharon.
Is it a real kitty or is it just like this is a person? Because you said
Per
kitty.
person. Yeah.
Oh, I said, okay. Aaron said root, but I don't know what that was too. And
I think he said family is the first ones to hurt you. Sometimes you got to cut them off at the root.
oh, you
Hey,
said yeah.
you right about that, because sometimes family will hurt you more than strangers, and that's crazy. But it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah,
So
hurt is hurt. Hurt is hurt no matter who it comes from.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly
Hurt is hurt. Red flags are red flags no matter who it comes from.
right.
It doesn't make one bigger than the other one. A flag is a flag. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A flag is a flag. So you
Yes.
just take heed to it, and we learn from it. The
Mhm.
whole bottom line is learning from the things that we see. If you don't grow from something, you stand for nothing. So you have to grow. You have to grow past. I have this conversation with you a lot, and I say, baby, don't be impatient. Don't be this. Don't look at it like that. Look at it like this. You love people and you love them because that's who you are. You don't make nobody take you out of who you are as your character. Yes. What I don't allow people to do is take me out of who I am. If I love you, I love you. If I'm a giving person, I'm gonna be a giving person till the day I goddamn die. If you don't like it, I ain't for everybody. You see what I'm saying? Right. We ain't for everybody. But the ones that love you gonna love you till the day you fall off the face of the goddamn earth.
I hear that. I hear you on that one. How can childhood experiences shape what we tolerate in adulthood? Can you touch on that?
Let me say this. Like my mom and dad, they did a great job. I had great parents. I had good parents. The things that happened in my life is things that I put in my life. Like my mom was a great mom. My dad was a great dad. And my dad loved his kids. He loved us and he poured love into us. Right. Now, the things that I went out and wanted to get out in the world, I wanted to be bad. I wanted to be something, what I'm saying? Like more than what I probably should have sat my ass down. But I didn't want that. I wanted to be in the streets. I wanted to run. I wanted to be, I wanted to be on the scene. And then the bad thing about my brain back then was I was like, I'm cute. I can do this shit. I can run it. You know what I'm saying? Like that was always my thing. If I can run it, if I can pull it off, I'm gonna pull it off. So a lot of my bumps and bruises and hurts and pains, I think I brought them on myself because I probably wasn't prepared for the world, but I wanted it real bad. Like I wanted the world. Like it's like you wanted to be loved or you wanted this. That's the word. You wanted to be loved. And I was broken. I was molested. I was hurt. You see, I have things that was damaged. There was plugs. There was pulls. And I don't have to air everything that might have damaged or demolished me or made me to be this person or not that person. What I do know is my road of healing was hard because I had to get hit. I had to get beat. I had to go through this relationship. I had to go through this bad one. This one was ugly. This one. And I kept going through ugly till you just stop and say, damn, I don't deserve all this ugly.
Right. I feel you on that one.
When you look at life, I would never blame my parents for how I was back then and how the person that I was. I think they did a damn good job. They did the best they could.
Yeah. Sometimes we see things and everything, and we think that it also comes through. I do think it also comes through the people who you're hanging with, hanging out with the wrong crowd, hanging with people who you shouldn't be hanging with and stuff like that.
You have a lot of you catch fleas, right? You hang with people, you catch fleas. It's like you go out here, you learn behaviors. You take a parrot and put him in a room. You got a parrot that can talk. You take that parrot and put it in a cage with a whole bunch of parrots that can't talk. That parrot's gonna follow the behavior of the other parrots.
Exactly.
It's just like anything logical in life.
Yeah. Amen. You're right. All right. So you had
I love you too.
An activity for me. Hi, good evening, Kiki. How are you?
Good evening. Kiki's new. I've never seen Kiki before.
Yeah, she is new. She is new.
She.
Yes,
so I have this thing called round 1, round 2, and round 3. Right? The way that this goes, I'm gonna say something, and you're gonna say red flag or not. Red flag or not.
Oh, I like this.
So round 1.
So get ready in the comments, everybody. I want to hear. I want to hear you in the comments. I need you participating. I need you listening. I need you commenting with us. Red flag or not.
So it's red flag or not. You cannot say both. It's red flag or not. So round 1 is 5 questions. First question: they don't text back for 2 to 3 days straight. Red flag or not?
Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Okay.
Where you at in the comments? I need you texting back from 2 to 3 days. Red flag or not?
Red flag or not? Okay. Number 2, they still follow and like all their exes' posts. Red flags or not?
Like only?
No, they liking all of them.
They liking all. Red flag.
Red flag.
All of them. Yeah, all of them. Red flag.
Kiki said red flag.
Red flag. Micaiah said
red flag.
Red flag. Aaron said red flag. Valon said red flag.
Okay. They ask for your location daily. Red flag or not? I think that's a big red flag. I ain't doing
a red flag. Yeah, because why do you need it? Yeah, why do you need it daily? Red flag. Yeah, red flag.
I'm not doing no every day. You need my location.
Yeah, no.
I ain't sneaky, but I don't need to.
I'm not sneaky, but yeah, but you don't. I just feel like because that's a bit much. Going a bit overboard.
Okay, they cancel plans last minute often.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
I think that's a red flag.
Because why? Because when you say it's like that goes with you keeping your word.
Right.
I can't trust you.
But you got to constantly be canceling all the time.
Exactly. And why are you canceling all the time? I can understand a few times, but all the time, no.
Okay. Belon said red flag, insecure. Very insecure when somebody get asked for your location every 5 freaking seconds.
Yes.
Like, that's annoying.
Yeah.
He said no red flag for me.
Red flag. Yep. We agree.
And then Belon said red flag. Okay. Last question on dating behavior. They joke about breaking up when they're mad. I think that's a red flag. Like joke about it.
That's a red flag for me too. Because don't joke about breaking up with me when you
all the time. That's like a childish behavior.
That's very childish, and I don't like that. So yeah, red flag for me on that one.
Okay, round 2, relationship habits. They never introduce you to family or friends.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag. Red flag. Because why are you not introducing me? Because what are you hiding? What are you hiding?
We are not secret people. Mm-hmm. He's definitely a red flag. Okay, they avoid talking about their future completely. Like you're with them, they're supposed to be with you, but they never want to talk about y'all future together. Is that a red flag?
Yes, it's a red flag. Because that to me, what, you can't see yourself with me in the future? Am I just temporary? Am I just a placeholder? Red flag.
Red flag. Okay.
Hold on. Wait. Go down to Kiki. Yeah. Kiki said, no, I don't think that was a red flag. You can't introduce everybody to your family. Make sure you like them first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can see. I see your point there. Because I need to know if I can bring you around my family. Know that you're not going to embarrass me. I can see your point there and everything. I see your point there.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, okay. I see your point.
He said huge red flag.
Huge red flag.
Okay, number 5 on relationship habits. They keep financial struggles hidden. I think that's a red flag. I think
that's a red flag because
talk about the financial
dishonesty, dishonest,
right? Then all of a sudden you have this mountain of bills and shit that you
can't. A red flag.
Okay. Let me go to the confirmation. I'm getting it right. Kiki is right. Amen. Kiki.
Amen.
Okay, lifestyle and personalities. They don't believe in therapy.
They don't believe in therapy?
Yeah, like they're not going to get therapy even if they're wrong. If they have, they just don't think nothing's wrong with them. They never going to do no type of therapy.
Red flag.
I say red flag.
Red flag.
Come on,
because I want to say
red flag.
Aaron said red flag.
Yeah, I think that's a red flag.
Yeah, when you can't take accountability and admit that you need help, that's a red flag to me.
Yeah, I think that's a red flag. Okay, they flirt openly with others just for fun.
Red flag.
Yeah, too much flirting might not be.
Too much flirting is not okay with me. I'm not okay with you being up in women's space. That's a red flag.
Unless you into social media and you doing carpets and you got to be right. Like, then all this flirting ain't necessary.
Yeah, all this flirting. Yeah. Red flag.
Okay, this is a big one for me. They get jealous when you succeed.
Red flag. Big red flag.
Oh my God, that's the biggest red flag.
Biggest red flag. Kiki said, it all depends. To me, if you can make sense for yourself, then sometimes there's no need to sit down and pay money with someone when you already know what the issue is. You can't change people.
That's true.
I guess that's
That's a red flag from
That's a red
Micaiah.
flag. Aaron said red flag.
They don't want to see you succeed. How can you be with somebody and it not be a red? He said, Valon said double red flag. How can somebody that you with not want to see you?
Yeah, you should want to always. You should want to. My thing is this: when it's a win for them, it's a win for you. You should always want to elevate and uplift the person who you're with.
Oh my gosh, you be like non motivated. You just get with them and then your life stop. No sir. Okay, they pressure you into moving in faster than you want. Now I think that's a big red flag. I've been guilty of it.
Yes, red flag.
Yeah, that's something I've been.
You take that step when you're ready, and really, that step should be saved when you get engaged. When it's time for you to get married, at that point we should know we about to get married and stuff like that. So,
living with somebody is not that simple. You got to know, you got to make sure y'all compatible first in the same house, because you spending the night with a guy is not like living with them.
It's not like living with them. It's not the same thing at all.
It's not the same thing. You moving with somebody and all of a sudden your whole world done flipped upside down. Child, that's a lot.
Yeah. You should always, Aaron said, you should always want to see each other succeed. Amen. Yes, you should. Like I said.
Oh my God. This is another one that drives me freaking bananas.
What is it?
They say I don't do labels.
Oh, yeah. Red flag.
Like they don't go
red fucking flag. I don't do labels. No, okay.
That's a red flag. If anybody,
you don't want to put a title on it because you don't want to put a title on it because you don't want to because you don't want
know
commitment. Exactly. Yeah.
Some of these things we already know. Some of these things we already know, because a man that is into you, feeling you, and y'all done dated and y'all been going out spending time together, they already know where they put you in their little.
Yeah, I was about to say, sure do.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a definitely red flag right there. Talking about red flag. The Bible says, "Be anxious, nothing."
Of nothing. Absolutely,
right.
Nothing.
Absolutely.
That is the questions for the red flag or not. Right. That is. We still got a couple minutes, but yeah, there's a lot of things, y'all. There's a lot. We hope that as y'all watch us and grow with us on this podcast, that you just learn stuff, because we're really trying to keep it open and honest, and a different platform for people to come on and feel comfortable. The whole thing is to feel comfortable on this platform, while you're watching us lovely ladies talk about life and life things. And the thing is, we keeping it 100. Like, we ain't perfect. We are imperfect people.
Amen.
I got ways, you got things you got to work on, flags, no flags, being in and out of relationships, whatever it is, broken people, healing people, trying to manifest. It's the world has all these things that just cave on you every day. The biggest thing in life is to be a better you. Be a better you, a better version of you. Envy no one, hate no one. Don't be jealous of nothing. The world is big enough for everybody to have a piece of everything. You see what I'm saying?
Sure
Even
things,
it's a big old world. We all can eat. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
This bread, this daily bread.
That's what I'm saying. You want to see? I would love to see women supporting women more, and all of us just supporting each other more. And so I would love to see that instead of people. But how we can be, like you said, jealous and envious. It's like I said, but it's no need for that, because we can all win together. I'm not trying to. I'm not. Why come? Like, you shouldn't be competing with anyone and everything. Just because your friend got somewhere before you and you didn't, it's not your time yet. It's all about trusting God's timing as well, and everything. You have to trust God's timing. What's for you is for you.
For you. And I had a pastor tell me that one day. He said, what's in life for you, can't nobody take it from you.
Exactly.
My relationships are going to be my relationships. My walk might be, I might stumble some more, I might fall some more, but I'm okay with stumbling. I'm okay with falling. The whole thing is getting up, getting up and starting over, getting up, dusting my knees off and saying, okay, God, I stumbled, but now I'm gonna get up. Now I'm gonna do it a little differently.
Right.
It's even when you're in relationships and things don't work out in these relationships we get ourselves into. And a lot of times we get ourselves into things. The last relationship I came out of, I can't say my dude wasn't a bad dude. He wasn't all bad. He had good things about him. He had qualities that was good. Now, was everything always good? No. Do I wish this man any harm? Absolutely no. Because I've learned, you learn something from each one of them. You take a piece from all of them and you say, okay, I learned this, I learned that, I learned this. Now I know these are the things I don't want to have to deal with. You see what I'm saying? These are the things I ain't willing to accept no more. These are the things these are the behaviors I don't want in my life. You know what I'm saying? So you take and you pick and choose. But whatever's for you in life is for you. Wherever you go, and you go, with whoever is in your corner, whoever is rocking with you. If you date somebody that supports you.
Yes.
That supports your vision. Your vision sees it clearly.
That's going to help you get to the level where you want to be and where you want to be in life. Hello. I mean, so we say that to say that we have these episodes. We have some of these episodes. I know we all fun and games and we talk freaky and stuff and sexy and stuff. And we like to have fun. We're going to do a lot of that too. But then we like to have our episodes where we want you to actually learn from us and take stuff that we take stuff and apply it to real life and everything, stuff like that. When we say things, like I said, we're trying to get you to understand. We're trying to, you get us to learn from some of the experiences that we went through and everything. If we can talk and minister and help people, we're gonna do it. And that's why we do this. That's why we do this.
You don't, coming on here, y'all don't understand. Me and Leah Nicole, we plan, we sit down, we print out content. This is like a job. You get off work and you jump right on a podcast, and we have to make the world love us. You see what I'm saying? Nothing about podcasts is easy because you got to keep people engaged for long enough times that they like you. They damn near got to love you. You see what I'm saying? And it's selling yourself and giving of yourself and sacrifices. Sacrifices is what gets you where you going. I might cry, y'all. I might cry at night. I might cry to Leah Nicole some nights. I might wake up and say, damn, this shit ain't worth it. But guess what I do? I get out there in that goddamn grass and I get running and happy and make the joy of life and God and be in my spirit. And many may be looking saying, she's so stupid. She out there jumping and rolling in the grass. But baby, when I woke up this morning, I woke up alive.
Yes, amen.
I woke up happy. I woke up smiling. You see what I'm saying? You can't make nobody take and steal and pull and talk and tell your joy. Men, women, family, friends, whoever. You got to live and you got to do it.
We definitely, we go through things. We cry to each other. We talk, we cry to each other. Some days are not always the best for us, but we have to do. But I seen something. You have to pull through it. You have to pull through it. You have to pull through it. And nobody says because we got a job. Because like I said, we got to, at the end of the day, we this is what we signed up for. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna do a damn good job.
You do a
damn good job.
We have some amazing people coming on next week.
Yes, we do.
To come, we have some amazing guests coming on the show, like coming Monday too. We got some amazing people coming. We sit down, we trying to bring the best thing that you ever seen on social media, the best vibe you can get.
We want y'all to see, we want y'all to see us on TV one day. we was with them girl. We was with them girls when they had them podcasts on Facebook and stuff like that. So that's why we do it. That's why we do it. We want to make people day. You had a hard day at work. You come in here, talk with us, and you be okay. And Valon said, "Nice to meet you, Kiki and Micaiah Bryant." Yes, mingle with each other, talk to each other, and stuff like that, and make connections and stuff.
Absolutely. You make friends on here. You know how many people I've made friends with on social media that I just love to death. You gotta love somebody. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love somebody. And let me tell you something. If y'all look past me long enough, let me tell you, I got a whole lot of imperfections, baby. If you keep looking, you'll find a whole bunch of them. But guess what? God didn't make me perfect. Ain't nothing about me perfect. But
what Kiki said, blow up Kiki comment right quick. Kiki said, make sure you don't forget us when you make it. And absolutely, I won't forget you, baby, when you make it. I'm gonna shout you right out. I ain't gonna forget. We're not gonna forget. we would never do that.
No, you don't forget people. You don't forget people where you're going, baby. That's when you pull.
You sure don't.
Up. You pass the baton to the next person to pull them up.
Amen.
You know, I would hope that my life and my story being plastered all over everywhere, where people would just say, you know what, she did it. Because baby, if you sit long enough, baby, everybody tell you something bad about me. And I guess what? I done a whole lot of wrong in my life, and I ain't afraid to say it. But guess what? When you ask God to forgive you for the things that you have done, and He said, I am forgiven, baby. Can't no man, no woman hurt my feelings, because guess why? I believe in God, and God believes in me.
I know that's right. Amen. Amen. And yes, and thank you. And Valon, we love you too. Well, and then Kiki said, I would love to be a special guest. All right, baby. Make sure you inbox me, Kiki, and let's talk about that. Okay, getting you on a panel one day. Listen, I'll give you make sure you inbox me, and we definitely will talk about that. But on that note, y'all,
we getting ready to get out of here.
Right here. It's Thursday. It's the end of our week, and we're gonna see you all again back on Monday on Unfiltered at 5. With your girls, Shelly Live and Leah Nicole.
And read Aaron's last message to us.
Oh, yes, ladies, you are already walking in your success. You just have to receive it and believe it. Yes, amen, brother Aaron. We receive it and we believe it.
Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're not going to be on Facebook forever. We're really doing 30, 60, 90. We got a special guest coming on Monday. Y'all tune in. He's only going to be on for the first 30 minutes because we had to go through doors to get to this dude. Y'all please make sure that you tune in on Monday, baby. And as always, we love y'all. Keep rocking with us. Keep pressing past the pain. Don't let nobody beat you down. Walk in your truth. Walk in your truth. That's
and on that note, we out.
We out of here.
Bye.
Girls, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, did you know this? What? Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's Shelly Live and Leah Nicole. Shelly Live and Leah Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the stream, the vibe is bold. Shelly Live and Leah Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and voice. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shelly Live and Leah Nicole, you know. Oh yeah, it's Shelly Live and Leah Nicole.